Howdy folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. Today we're making a super easy no-bake treat. We're doing lunch lady bars or peanut butter bars or whatever name you know them by, but we just need a few easy ingredients, and these are no fail and everybody loves them. What we're going to start with is we're going to put equal parts peanut butter and butter into a bowl, and we're going to soften everything up just a little bit in the microwave to make it easy to mix. And you know, it's easy. I'm using about half a cup, well, I'm using half a cup of butter, that's one stick, and I'm going to use about half a cup of peanut butter. This recipe is fairly forgiving, so I'm not going to measure it exactly. I figure that looks like about the same amount of peanut butter as I got butter. Maybe we'll do a little bit extra just for good measure. And we're going to need a little bit more peanut butter here in a minute when we do the topping. Let's put this in the microwave. We're going to melt it really slow, and we're barely going to melt it because if we melt it too much, then it'll take a long time for our bars to sit up, and nobody wants to wait for these to get firm to eat them. So you don't want to get it any harder than you absolutely have to mix it. So we're just going to soften it a little bit. I'm using that soften melt button on my microwave. If you don't have that, just about 30 seconds at a time, maybe even turn the power level down a little bit. Okay, while that's melting, let's talk about our other ingredients. I'm using a cup of graham crackers, and I'm only doing like an 8x8 pan. If you want to do a 9x13, and if you've got a big family, you may want to do a 9x13, just double this recipe. And we're going to use some powdered sugar. Now I'm going to use probably 3/4 of a cup maybe in mine, not a whole lot. You can adjust this sugar to suit your taste. I've seen recipes where people make this and they use up to 2 cups of powdered sugar in with the amount of ingredients we've got. I'm not using that much. That's just too sweet for my taste. So I'm going to use maybe 3/4 of a cup in with this cup of graham cracker crumbs and half a cup of peanut butter and half a cup of butter. And like I said, if you're doubling it, do more, and you can adjust it. Oops, that's ready. We'll get on to the topping here in a second. Now I just did 1 minute on the melt and soft, which is like, I don't know, half power, and that was definitely enough. So we're gonna stir our peanut butter and our butter together. Now I've got an optional ingredient here, but in my opinion, vanilla is never optional when you're doing desserts. I don't think I make any dessert that I don't put vanilla in. You do not have to have it. It just kind of enhances all the other flavors in your desserts though. So I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla to mine. While we're mixing this up, I would really appreciate it if y'all would take just a second and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Click like on the video and share it with your friends. It would really help the channel grow, and it would mean a lot to me personally. So thank you so much. And besides that, we want you to be part of our family. Okay, we've got our peanut butter and our butter mixed up, and actually I probably melted that a little bit more than I wanted to. 30 seconds on that melt and soft would have been enough. But I'm going to add my cup of graham cracker crumbs and about 3/4 of a cup of this powdered sugar here. And adjust this to suit your taste, and you can use a sugar substitute in this if you want to. Kind of cut the calories a little bit. But we're going to add that in. And you don't need to worry about, you know, if your graham crackers have a lump or two in them, because the little crunchies in this are actually going to make it better. So if all your graham crackers are not powder fine, that's okay. And we're going to mix this until it's completely combined. These are great for the summertime because they're no bake, but the classic chocolate peanut butter flavor is good for any time of the year. Really good for back to school, for the fall, and even your holiday baking stuff. Add it to your list of holiday treats. If you make stuff and sell it, and you know you have a little cottage industry business, add this to your list because like I said, everybody loves it. and it would be a really good one to add in to sell. It's also a really good one to add into this if you're giving stuff away at the holidays, because it's so easy. Now we're going to dump our filling into a parchment lined, I'm using an 8x8 pan. And like I said, if you want to double it, you could use your 9x13. If you want it a little bit thicker, use a loaf pan. And some folks do like them a little bit thicker. Now once we get this here spreaded out and fairly smooth, because we're going to pour some chocolate on top of it that we have right here, we can go ahead and stick it in the refrigerator for just a second and help it set up quicker. Of course, you don't have to. I mean, it's not like it's runny at this point, but you do want to kind of get it smooth because you want your chocolate on top of it. And these are not going to be real thick. Like I said, if you want them thicker, use your loaf pan. I do recommend lining it with parchment paper, because what that'll do is when it gets cool, we can lift it out of the pan and cut our bars nice and even. I want to take just a moment and thank HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. HelloFresh is an at-home meal delivery service that brings chef-created meals from over 50 countries all around the world direct to your home. They are fully customizable. You can change out the protein, double the protein. The portions are customizable. But what I like most about this is that you can try things you have never tried before, and you don't have to shop for special ingredients, because every HelloFresh meal comes with everything you need, with the exception of maybe a small amount of butter or oil to fry stuff in. Your meals come packaged in individual bags. You don't even have to look through your shipment to get your ingredients out. It's all right there. They have quick and easy meals that are perfect for weeknights, for busy moms, empty nesters. You know, you're not buying a lot of groceries you're not going to eat, so it's perfect for you. Far better than takeout or fast food, and about the same price. So it's an excellent value for your money, and you don't have to spend time shopping. I mean, they've got the spices, the lemon, the tomatoes, everything, even the condiments are included. So if you've never tried HelloFresh, now's the time to do it. If you click on the link below, you can get a free Caraway food storage set with your 3rd subscription box. But hurry, because it's for a limited time and only while supplies last. All right, while our base is chilling a little bit, we're going to mix up our topping. Now, I'm going to use a cup of chocolate chips. I'm using milk chocolate. You can use milk chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate. You can even use dark chocolate. And you could use bars or something if you had some bars left over from something else. Any chocolate will work pretty much. And again, I'm not measuring because this don't have to be exact. And I really just use, well, milk chocolate, it'll give you more of that classic Reese's flavor than semi-sweet chocolate or the dark chocolate will. But you can use any chocolate. I just use the bag I came to first in the cabinet. Now, normally, when I melt my chocolate, I will add a little bit of coconut oil to it. And a tablespoon or so of coconut oil will make it melt nice and smooth, and it'll give it a nice glossy finish. But because we're making peanut butter bars, I'm going to add a little bit of peanut butter into my chocolate when I melt it to pour it over the top. Just something a little bit different. You can use the peanut butter instead of the coconut oil when you're melting chocolate for any kind of peanut butter treat. But it is going to give the chocolate just a little bit of a peanut butter flavor, which is fine. Make sure I got at least a couple of tablespoons. That should be good. And now we're just going to put this in the microwave. You can do this over a double boiler, and you could have also melted your base over a double boiler. But this we want to be very, very, very careful with, because if you overheat these chocolate chips, it will make them lumpy and gooey, and like everything will separate, and it just will not be good. It will absolutely ruin your chocolate, and you can't fix it if you overheat it. So not more than 30 seconds at a time. Stir it, and then like 15 seconds at a time. I use the soften melt again, and this is at about 1 minute and 15 seconds. It looks like everything is gonna blend in there nice and smooth. You do want to get all the little lumps from the chocolate chips out. You want this perfectly smooth and creamy before you add it to the top of your bars. Yep, I think that's gonna do it. Just 1 minute, 15 seconds, and the soften melt is like half power, I think. So be careful. I know folks are going to ask, if you have somebody who has a peanut allergy, can you use Nutella, the hazelnut stuff, or some other kind of nut butter? And yes, you can. You can use any nut butter in this if you've got somebody with a peanut allergy. The hazelnut stuff, though, won't give you the peanut butter flavor, obviously, like the Nutella, but there are some nut butters that will give you a pretty close flavor. They're hard to find, but you can find them. Okay, let's get our base back out of the refrigerator, and we will add this to the top. All you're going to do with this is just pour it over the top, and you can see the peanut butter did give the chocolate that same kind of glossy shine that you get with coconut oil, but you don't have any kind of coconut flavor in this. And it's not coconut oil, when you add it to your chocolate, it doesn't necessarily give it a coconut flavor, but it gives it a coconut smell. This, however, has a very peanut butter smell, and that's what we want for this, because our sense of smell does definitely affect our sense of taste. And the more it smells like peanut butter, the better it's going to taste. And then you just spread your chocolate layer out on top of your peanut butter layer. Yeah, I'm almost wishing I'd done these in the loaf pan just so they'd be a little bit thicker, but they're going to have a nice proportion of chocolate and peanut butter, I think. And these are perfect for the summertime when the kids are out of school, and they're perfect for back to school. And I know a lot of y'all have already started back to school shopping because school starts back here, and just for some kids it starts back in like a week, which is way too soon. It seems like summer is just almost non-existent anymore. These really are a good one to add to your holiday stuff. Everybody loves peanut butter and chocolate. These would be good for Father's Day too, I think. If you're looking for something for a Father's Day treat. And that's it. I mean, you can swirl it or whatever. I kind of took my spatula there and went across it, made some little lines in it. But we're going to put this back in the refrigerator until it's firm. It's not firm enough to cut yet. Probably not going to take more than 30 minutes at the most. And the milk chocolate will give you a softer top than the semi-sweet or the dark chocolate. So that's something else to keep in mind. If you want to really crunch on the top, use dark chocolate. The milk chocolate's going to make it all much softer and creamier. While we give that just a minute to set up, I want to share Isaiah 54:13 with you. And all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. With kids headed back to school, a lot of them have some serious anxiety facing them, and they are afraid. And they are not at peace with what is happening. And I'm not sure, I think a big part of it is the fact that God has been taken out of public schools. Children don't get to go to school and pray anymore. And if you don't teach your children about God, they're never going to know that great peace that comes from knowing God. And school is going to be a time of anxiety. They're going to be filled with fear. And it's going to be stressful. And a child's life should not be stressful. There should not be anything in a child's life that worries them to the point of causing them physical distress. But so many of our children are like that. I mean, they are living in this world that seems to be much colder and much crueler than the world that we grew up in. So take some time in the morning before you send them to school. Pray for them. And maybe this year, if your child is having some trouble with anxiety, go through the fear verses in the Bible. There are 365 verses in the Bible that tell us not to be afraid. And if every morning you just read one of those verses and pray with your child, for your child, before they go to school, it will make a drastic difference in their school year, in their life, in how they socialize with other kids and get along. And they will be able to learn more because they will be at peace and won't have that fear and anxiety. I mean, the Bible tells us that God is our peace and our strength, and we have to teach that to our children. And I truly pray that all of your children, your grandchildren that you are sending off to school this year, that they have the peace of the Lord with them. And I pray that He follows them throughout the year and protects them. So let's check on these Lunch Lady peanut butter bars. And y'all, you got to make these for your kids. I'm home alone today, but somebody just cannot wait to try these. I told y'all not to over melt stuff because it takes too long for them to set up, and everybody loves them and they don't want to wait for them. Just lift your parchment paper out of the pan and then cut it into bars, whatever size you want. I like to cut mine kind of into little bars. This is more of a candy treat than it is like a cookie or something. So I don't want to do them super big. What I'm going to do is do about 3 across. And I really like using my pizza cutter for this because you can get it even and straight. I use this for fudge too when I'm making candy at the holidays. And then I'm just going to cut off about inch wide bars. And like I said, you can do these any size you want to, but they are kind of more of a candy than they are a cookie or something. They're still soft in the middle. After you cut a couple, they really stick to your whatever you're cutting them with. This is about the size I like to do mine. If you want to do yours bigger or smaller, do them bigger or smaller. If you were doing them for like a big party, you might even want to cut them in 1-inch squares. But this is a nice size bar, and you can see the layer of chocolate and peanut butter. Now the milk chocolate is going to be a little soft. If you want it harder, less on your fingers, use dark chocolate and use the coconut oil instead of the peanut butter. But the peanut butter gives it that same really pretty shine, and they're not, like I said, quite set up yet. You do want to store these in an airtight container in the fridge for a week or so. If they last that long, you can store them in the refrigerator for a few months. But these are a great one for summertime when you don't want to bake. They're good for back to school, all fall long when you got that chocolate peanut butter vibe going on. And add it to your holiday baking treat gift selling list because it's good for all that stuff. You've got to try these. They're really, really good, and they're so easy. Just a few ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen. Thank you so much for joining us again in the Hillbilly Kitchen. If you haven't already, please don't forget to click like and subscribe before you leave. Let's pray for all those kids who are headed back to school in just a few short days. And until next time, remember to put God first.